Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast. Today we're doing a Snark video on this channel just because I want to. I want to keep growing this channel, and it seems that everybody's coming for the Snark anyway. Today is kind of a half Snark video though, so it's not really full Snark because we're covering something that has to do with Myka and it's our life and how this world of YouTubers can be like vicious, right? We did a video where we snarked on them playing a game together and how actually that nobody in family vlogs actually has anybody close to them or real friends, because in order to be in a family vlog, you have to be the most self-absorbed people on earth and nobody wants to be around them. So they do these collaborations with their friends. But in that video, I noticed something crazy. I noticed that Kendal is really rude, probably, and doesn't have any friends for real. The way that she's at the end when they lost, they're like, well, maybe we should get you guys some marriage counseling. You know, just the side things. Like Kendal's gonna be the worst type of like mother-in-law when her kids get married. You know the mother-in-law I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, right? Always the snide remarks, the side comments, all the like low-level racist things. That's what she's gonna be when she's a grandmother, which will be soon because she's pretty old. But before we get to that, it's a basketball shot for one of my Patreons. If you'd like to join me at Patreon, there's a link below. Head over there. You can, it's just honestly a place to support me. I don't do much for people over there. There's a tier that if you get it, we can talk on the phone once in a while if you'd like, if you need some advice on something, but otherwise, just a place to support. But you get a basketball throw every once in a while. So last time it was Katie Keene. This time it's gonna be Rachel. Her icon is a fox. Rachel, there's no last name here. So if I get it, I'll reach out to you because I have your email. So if I get this one, Rachel, this one's for you. Oh, sorry, Rachel. There's Sam. Say hi, Sam. Let's get to it. Okay, so it needs to be said that Kendal and Daniel, basically Kendal, keep trying to strike me and YouTube keeps telling them to piss off, which is like, it gives me life. Because I'm using, and here's the issue with what they're trying to say. They're trying to say I'm using their whole video and that their entertaining video is the one that I'm using to entertain people. But I'm doing what's called fair use on YouTube. I'm disseminating their video to a degree that it changes it, that it becomes parody, which is fair use on YouTube. And YouTube has learned this. I've been struck 3 times. 2 by Bits of Bish and 1 by Kendal. All of them have gone because they have to legally fight me on the outside to get to fight me for copyright infringement, which is not going to work because it's fair use. And because I live in Canada, fair use laws are different here. More lax, easier to get away with. So that being said, I'm not saying they can't sue me. They'd have to figure out a way to sue me in Canada, but until then, I'm going to continue to do these videos. I think what they were mad about was my 8-minute roast of Danielle on here, and so today maybe we'll do another one. We'll see how it goes. But this video is kind of half Snark because I'm touching on the fact that this is the video that they came out with after Myka and James rehomed H, okay, and that I'm going to argue here that they're virtue signaling. They're just jumping on a bandwagon for views, and this video has tons and tons of views. And of course, bobblehead husband probably doesn't say very much. I don't know. I've only seen the first 30 seconds of this video. Pretty sure we're going to be scrubbing through because it's 20 minutes long. Probably going to be pretty eye-opening about their own journey of adoption, because people like this who are severely narcissistic and very, very greedy and just self-absorbed, weird that they adopted, to be honest with you. Like, just weird. The fact that I'm saying that, and I'm going to allege that they did it just to virtue signal, to say, look how good we are. Like, they didn't do it to the goodness of their heart. They did it to show everybody how amazing they are, because they have a channel. And I also find it odd that none of these channels and family vlogs foster. None of them foster. They only adopt. And you know why? Because you can't put foster kids on a video. So, with that being said, let's dismantle this utter piece of trash.
I do know Myka and James and personally, but I felt like on behalf of adoptive parents, I needed to say something.
Thank you, Kendal, for speaking on behalf of all adopted parents. Your voice is much needed in this platform. Your narcissistic, terrible ass channel is definitely needed, and your voice for adopted kids are definitely, from one adopted dad to another adopted family, no thanks. You don't represent us.
Hey guys, thank you for
This guy.
Joining us today. Thanks for being here. I hope you guys are doing good. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of get right in it, right into it.
All right, new drinking game. Every time he says uh-huh or nods, you gotta take a drink, so. Let's do it.
Say this before, like they say, oh, you know, I didn't want to film this video, or.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna. Out of deposit every 2 seconds is not gonna happen. But again, when they're doing this video, not looking at the camera, always pay attention to that. And the hair thing. They all do this. Whenever they're doing a video like this, I'm never gonna let it go that they rarely look at the lens. What a weird thing. It's just a camera. It's not like you're looking at another human being's eyes, but this, look at the body language.
Thought about filming, you know, and it's so like.
Wrestled.
Yeah, wrestled, and I've heard it, and you're kind of like, whatever. But it's
None of what they just said makes any sense whatsoever.
so true. We didn't think we were gonna be addressing this or talking about it. And it kind of hit both of us this morning that,
I hate when family vloggers do this. I wasn't gonna do any of this. Why do you even say the words, I wasn't gonna do the thing? And then do the thing. Why do you even say it?
we really were obligated to, that we really needed to, for
Nope.
lots of different reasons. And those reasons I'm gonna go into.
Oh well, I can't wait to hear these reasons that you're obligated to speak on someone else's behalf about their thing. Can't wait.
About.
I might have spoken on this a million times. I'm not obligated to do so, or nowhere would I tell you that. I just did it. It's not my job. I'm not obligated to do anything. Nope.
So for those of you, I'm assuming, so I'm addressing this to.
Oh my God, just put something together on paper, put a couple of notes in front of you. This is crazy that they have this many fans. Mind blowing. They can't even have a conversation.
Our subscribers, because you guys know us, you know our family, you know Hampton, you know most of our story. But if you are just finding us, my name is Kendal, this is Daniel.
Hi.
We have 5 kids.
All right, it's time. Okay, so Daniel's like the guy who, like, you know, he still uses Hotmail. He eats brown bread for sure. He like ties his shoes weird, right? You know those people that tie their shoes weird and you're like, why do you tie shoes like that? That's him. He definitely wears driving gloves. He definitely eats raisins, everybody. 100%. He definitely does not share anything. His favorite restaurant is Cracker Barrel. Like he's one of those dads that sneezes really loud for attention. He farts in his sleep. He uses an electric lawnmower. Like, not like the good ones where you put the battery in, it's nice, but the one that's attached to the long extension cord is that throw the cable over every time he does a new line. That's him. He is afraid of dogs. Like, he owns binoculars. Right? Weird. He definitely takes his car to a mechanic to put washer fluid in. Owns a Black & Decker drill. Does not floss regularly. He wears chapstick, like the cherry stuff, not like the dude stuff, like, you know, unicorn sprinkle fart chapstick. He hands out toothbrushes on Halloween and wonders why his house gets egged. He definitely yells at the referees at his kids' competitions. He loves shredded wheat. Just nothing on it. Just straight up shredded wheat. Maybe a little water. He gets pedicures. Keeps all of his receipts in his wallet. His wallet's like this thick. Calls teenagers punks. Farts in the bathtub. So do I. Doesn't let his kids believe in Santa. Goes to bed at 9 p.m. on New Year's Eve. He definitely avoids contact with panhandlers. He 100% eats his steak well done. He argues in his imagination while having a shower. Faints when he gets a needle. Puts pineapple on pizza. His favorite donut? Plain. Watches golf on TV. He definitely wears his shoes in the house. Only cuts his side of the grass. You know those neighbors? There's like one little strip between the two houses, but he cuts that perfectly in half when it would only take one extra lawn mow to do it. Leaves it. Wears a fedora. Gets naked to poop. Claps when the plane lands. Doesn't have a poop knife. Who doesn't have a poop knife? Can't beatbox. Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots. Talks really loud while wearing headphones. Dances at weddings by himself. Like, he's that guy that's always got a shirt off and he's always the one last dance. Everybody's gone, but he's still dancing. The DJ's trying to wrap it up, but he's like, one more song, man. That's him. He's the guy. Still calls his mom every day. Takes pictures of his food for his wife's Instagram. I'm pretty sure he watches Survivor. Definitely pays his bills on time. He moisturizes. This is the kind of guy definitely does not use people's preferred pronouns. He definitely goes to the library. He tried butter chicken once. Not a fan. Didn't even finish it. Sent it back for something else. Is a Cowboys fan. He definitely talks during movies. Talks on the phone while he's ordering food or at a store or something like that, and they're trying to get the thing. He's like, hold on. But there's people behind him waiting in line. You know those people who do that? You know those people? We want to like slash their tires? Those are the type of people. Doesn't mute his mic during Zoom calls. Stands in the middle of an escalator. Humble brags way too much. Doesn't return his shopping cart. He definitely loves karaoke. Goes through express checkout with like 30 items. Yeah, I said it. I did say it. Takes up both armrests on the airplane, but he's at a window seat. There's rules, people. Starts his sentences with, no offense, but doesn't put his phone on silent, ever. Answers the phone with, yellow! Buys bottled water. Yells at squirrels. Demoted to the church parking team. What'd you do, Daniel? Shares his ice cream with the dog. Me too. Has had the same haircut since birth. Wears a pinky ring. Has seen all the Star Wars movies. Weirdo. Picks up his towel after he showers and hangs it back up. Animal. Reads 50 Shades of Grey in secret. Judges people who have read 50 Shades of Grey. Still has old pictures of his girlfriend in his wallet. Goes to Home Depot on Saturdays. Wears a safari hat when he goes to the beach. Wears those pants that zip off into shorts. You know those ones? Thinks COVID is a government conspiracy. Still uses MySpace. He definitely watches cartoons. Likes the Muppets. He definitely burns hamburgers. Eats quinoa. Thinks Walmart is for peasants. He definitely butts in line whenever he gets the chance. Well, she does. He just follows. Is late for everything. Always one-ups everybody's stories. Definitely whistles all the time.
Back in '82, I used to be able to throw a pigskin a quarter mile.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
He can definitely juggle. Still uses a fax machine. Pees in the shower. We all do. Still uses a Walkman. Still pays using checks. Really wants a Camaro. Takes karate. Definitely calls the cops on minorities at grocery stores that they don't know. Finn. Let's continue on with this video, please.
And we do have our youngest, Hampton, is adopted, and he does have special needs. In fact, actually today's his birthday,
So let's do a video on his birthday. Yay for you, buddy. For your birthday, we're making a video without you guys here. Hooray! One thing needs to be said, and the one thing that when I first started looking at the itsrlife was that their picture shows their kids on one side and then this little H dude, another H, on this side. Why isn't he with the rest of the kids? I'm just saying I don't know why. It doesn't need to be there if he's one of the, it just seems weird. Okay, even subconsciously, maybe they did that subconsciously, but it's weird.
just turned 7.
Yeah.
So I think, honestly, it's really, Hampton, it just kind of hit me today, just with his birthday and just seeing him and just realizing how much we look
Seeing him. Okay. All right. You see him.
at him and just who he is as a person. It just kind of prompted this conversation between Daniel and I.
Here's what prompted this conversation. You needed content, and you absolutely got a 20-minute video out of it, for sure. Don't lie.
I know that most of you know what we're talking about. What has prompted this.
You've been talking about what prompted this conversation for the last 1 minute, 58 seconds. Hurry up.
Video is yes, what has been happening or what did happen with Myka and James Stoffer and their adopted son.
I would not be surprised in the rest of the video if they're just throwing them under the bus, because they don't. These are the type of people that like will use drama for views, right? And look, me too. And Myka deserves it. Just saying, these people are icky because they do the exact same shit, right? It's like the pot calling the kettle black, big time.
I do want to say, I don't know if this, I think a lot of you do know this, and that is why you have reached out to me asking my thoughts, is because I do know Myka and James and personally. We have met them. They have.
Holy shit. It still mind blows me how little they say after talking for 3 minutes. They literally have said nothing at this point.
That's just a little bit of history. That I don't know, disinformation that I just wanted you to know.
Holy shit. Get me some Five Alive. That's delicious.
If you didn't. But what I want to talk about today, I want to keep this classy and clean. And do it with integrity. Because
your integrity ship sailed long ago. Oh, you're not doing this for integrity. You're doing this for views. Unbelievable. Integrity? Are you shitting me right now?
Doing it on behalf of adoptive families.
Again, not your place. Don't ever represent adopted families when you use adoption for clout and video and views and money. Sorry. Don't put yourself in that position. You are not allowed to put yourself in that position. Do not claim that that's your position. You don't get to do that. Unbelievable how tone deaf you are.
Everywhere. And on behalf of the children.
Oh man, I'm getting angry.
That are adopted, and specifically special needs children. I feel like, because I have a platform, I have a large YouTube channel.
Oh, do you? Is that, yeah, okay. So you feel like you should be the one to speak on this?
And we have adopted, and we have a special needs kid. Like we're qualified to address it and to talk about it. And I feel like sometimes silence is the right thing to do. Okay.
And yet here you are speaking up on it.
And the right road to take. But sometimes silence isn't always appropriate in certain circumstances. And
I can't wait to hear why she wasn't silent on this. I can't wait to hear what she has to bring to this conversation that's going to be mind-blowingly different, and that she represents all of kids who are adopted with special needs. I can't wait to hear this amazingness.
Just feel like for this one, we wanted to share our thoughts.
4 minutes in, haven't shared any thoughts yet.
Again, just for Hampton, because as I saw him come down the stairs today, I was like,
you kind of teared up a little bit.
I did tear up, and I was like, I have to talk.
No, you don't have to do anything
about this. I wanted to make sure my motives were right and pure.
Your motives are right and pure. Just the fact that you're sitting here talking about this, your motives are not right and pure, because you make money off of it, because you did the exact same thing, because you still have their videos on your channel, because you're just doing this for views. Okay, it's not like you have this big heart for anybody. Everybody knows you, Kendal, just by watching you. How self-absorbed, selfish, and gross that you look like to people. You just exude those qualities, and everybody sees right through it.
And I just wanted to talk to her, and I don't know, she just encouraged me.
That's rich.
So I just like, we're gonna do it for Hampton. And
oh, you're doing this for Hampton. I thought you were doing it for all the adopted parents, adopted kids with special needs. I thought you were doing it for them. Oh, but you're doing it for Hampton. Okay.
If you have a special needs son or daughter, for yours and for the adoptive community, because I think the adoptive community right now is a little upset and they feel possibly threatened.
Now she's speaking on behalf of all the adopted community.
Or attacked, and maybe they feel like that, you know, the reputation of adoptive parents could be questioned, you know?
Oh my gosh. Almost 5 minutes. Nothing yet.
I think more so maybe even...
Why is he even here? Why does he sit next to you? What does he offer this conversation?
YouTube adoptive families, I don't know, but I definitely want to come to their defense too, the ones that do it with love and class and heart.
Nobody on YouTube who uses their adopted children for views does it with love and class. If you adopt a kid, okay, and here's my argument, it's been my argument for a long time, and you don't allow that kid to tell the world in their own time whether or not they're adopted, or even give them the option to not have to tell anybody that they're adopted. Look, I know H in your family doesn't look like he came from your family, obviously. You're super vanilla and all looking like straight out of West Palm Beach. I get it, but at the same time, my argument is always going to be that kids who are adopted should have the opportunity to tell the world in their own time or not tell the world. My kids have decided to tell the world since they were with us. They've never called us mom or dad, or call us their parents maybe, but always aunt and uncle, or always by our first names. It's never been a mystery that they were adopted. But it's always been their opportunity to tell anybody the way they want to tell people. We don't force them to call us mom and dad. We don't force them to tell them people they were adopted or otherwise. But when you adopt a kid and put it on YouTube, and there's a bunch of families out there I'm going to be coming after really soon that adopt en masse and tell their stories and everything else. And I just don't think it's proper. I just don't think that you're giving that kid the opportunity to decide what they want to do with their information. It's not their fault they were adopted, right? I'm glad that people do adopt, and it takes a special person to adopt. So props to Our Life for adopting if you did it for the right reasons. I hope you did. But at the same time, that's still that kid's story to tell, not yours.
We did not get to, unfortunately, film Hampton's adoption process.
Oh no, you missed out on all the content.
I wish we had, but we weren't on YouTube then. So a little bit of backstory so I can kind of share our story and then share.
That was icky, right? That was not just me. I feel like I got a shiver from that. Like, oh, wish we could have done that.
And there's our cat right there.
Crossing.
Sorry about that. It's real.
Is he crossing, Daniel? Thanks for that. He's crossing. He's like the assistant to the villain that's just like the one that just doesn't do anything. Again, this is the problem, everybody. Why are you telling everybody his issues? You don't have to tell anybody his issues. To what end? Same with fathering autism, all these people bringing awareness. To what? Are you teaching people how to overcome that? Are you hiring professionals, interviewing professionals? What are you doing to raise awareness? Why do you need to tell everybody his story without him giving you consent to do so? That's where the Myka thing initially pissed me off the most, was a lot of the stuff that she's putting out there, nobody's effing business.
But other than that, Hampton is absolutely the most amazing child you will ever meet, and I don't want him any other way. I love Hampton just the way he is.
Oh, that's amazing. You're so noble. You get an award. Congratulations.
I think the difference between Hampton and maybe someone that, or a child that is adopted overseas, is Hampton did not come from trauma. We got him at 3 days old, so, oh my gosh, please don't knock over.
You can still have trauma before you're born. She doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. See, this is, again, just spouting shit.
Right there.
Oh my God, just edit. Our Life. I will call you for free and give you a free tutorial on how to edit videos. Free. You don't have to speak to me. I'll just walk you through how to do it. Just quick cuts. Just boom, cut. Move on.
It's
just, at this point, it's just laziness as far as I'm concerned. They just take the SD card out and upload it to YouTube. It's just unbelievable.
Special needs is, no different than any of my biological special needs, if that, if they had them, it didn't come from trauma. I don't know if their sons.
You sound super educated on this. Thanks for speaking out for all adopted kids who are on the spectrum. Appreciate it. You sound like you know what you're talking about.
Myka and stuff. I don't know if that came from the trauma. Probably did. He was dealing with other things. But I'm really just going to talk about our experience, okay? And
we are 6 minutes and 30 seconds in this video, and they still have spoken nothing about it.
Feelings. So we knew right off the bat that Hampton had. I'm going to keep this short about Hampton because I'm going to get into other things. So we knew.
You just said it was all about him. Now you're okay. Yep.
That Hampton had special needs. We knew something was wrong. So
wrong. Again, in this world, don't say those terms. I've been schooled when I'm doing fathering autism things, saying the autistic kid is not the way to say it. It's the kid with autism. Saying wrong is probably not good. That's ableist as far as I'm learning. And I'm learning a lot since I'm becoming fathering autism. Things like wrong, all these types of things. Their language is off about this. Their language isn't very, if they're into this world, they clearly aren't into this world because they wouldn't be saying words that they're saying right now.
We knew we were right, and here we are today, and he's come so far. I never thought we would be where we were with him. But I want to say,
wow.
First, we believe adoption is for life. Like, I know he's quiet. Like, I
You think adoption's for life? Wow. on behalf of all adoptive parents. Adoption is life. I think what we need here to combat some of this garbage is Mr. Sam Snuggles, because I can't even handle this woman.
He tells me he wants me to, like, do the talking, but
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
like, I mean, but if you please interject, I'm so sorry. Like,
He's literally, this video is almost halfway done, and he said 6 words the entire time.
You're on a roll, and
I don't want to interrupt because it is Friday. It is sex night, and I want to make sure that that is fulfilled.
I'm gonna cut in.
Okay, but you can.
Oh my God! It's like they're not even married. It's like they're acquaintances. It's like they're professional acquaintances. They're like in a meeting right now. Isn't that weird?
You can. If you feel like it, please do.
Yeah. It's forever.
Oh, it's forever. He's my baby, and he's no different than, Evie, Brinley, Capri, Sebastian. He's mine. So I want you to know straight off, he's mine, and forever.
That's what Myka said too.
So
that cat, if it walked near a candle, would explode. But I love it. That is a fluffy ass cat, and I like it. Sam, look at that cat. Sam, look at the cat. Look, Sam. Look at that cat right there. Isn't he cute?
When we adopted him, obviously, and
I'm definitely seeing a cat anus on this video. So this video has everything, everybody. It has everything.
I also want to say I'm not a hero. I'm not, I'm just not, don't pat me on the back. I didn't know that he had special needs,
You just said you did know he had special needs. Are you serious right now?
We knew right off the bat Hampton had special needs. We knew something was wrong. So we knew we were right, and here we are today, and he's...
Oh my gosh. They're lying about this. Why would you lie about this? Don't pat me on the back. We're amazing. I'm not a hero. We didn't know he had special needs. Listen to this. This is bullshit.
I never would have thought I was equipped to handle a special needs child. So, we kind of just...
Took it day by day.
Yeah, so...
Did you take it day by day? Thanks.
We...
There's Daniel finally interjects. We took it day by day. You took parenting day by day? Wow. You guys should write a book on something.
Also had no help with Hampton, and the first couple years were very, very, very hard. Very hard. Because I didn't have the help of family members, it was just...
You know why you didn't have the help of family members? Because you burned all your bridges with your family. What does that tell you about your own self? About your parenting skills? If you're willing to burn bridges with your entire family over your vlog, it means that you're probably not a very good parent yourself. Just conjecturizing, TM.
Daniel went to work and me with 5 kids, and it was challenging. And
It's challenging doing a vlog when he's at work and I got 5 kids to do stuff with. I mean, can you understand how challenging? Does the world not know who I am? I'm Kendal Rich. That's F.
A lot of attention, and he's worth giving that attention to.
If you have to say the words, my kid is worth giving attention to, you're feeling guilty about something. Let's just say that. If you have to say the things that don't need to be said, you're feeling guilty about it.
Whatever it took, he was worth it. And I cried, I got upset, I felt lonely, I was tired, I called Daniel, I needed help. It was lonely at times.
So, parenting. Is that what you're describing here? Parenting.
I didn't know that you could rehome children. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I'm not going to say it because it's not nice.
So, I don't think that would ever cross my mind anyways, but I certainly didn't even. So, but regardless.
We're 8 minutes, almost 9 minutes in the video, and the advice she's given us about this whole story with Myka and James is that I didn't know that kids could be rehomed and that I did normal parenting things. This is an amazing feat of vlogging. We are reaching levels of narcissism that shouldn't even exist.
Hampton was worth fighting for. He was worth every tear, every sleepless night, which there was a lot, every frustration.
You can tell there's lots of sleepless nights. Sorry.
I mean,
every unknown.
Every unknown.
As we were going through all the testing, not knowing, what.
You said you knew. What is going on here?
We knew right off the bat Hampton had special needs. We knew something was wrong. So we knew we were right, and here we are today. And he's.
What was the result going to be?
Yeah, we didn't know. But worth fighting for. Like, I don't see any child as disposable ever.
Wow. Incredible that these people, I'm so glad that they're influencers. No child is disposable, everybody. T-shirt, order it from their merch store.
For us, whatever that meant, whatever road he was going to face, like, we were going to face that with him and together and his siblings.
You've spoken nothing of any value whatsoever in this vlog at this point. It's almost halfway over. Nothing of value. Zero value. Nothing.
Surrounding him, supporting him, and loving him. So I want to speak up on behalf of adoptive children, adoptive families.
This is the third time she said this and has not spoken up about anything yet. Nothing. No, nothing. This is unbelievable. Guys, I'm upset because she's spouting bullshit nothingness. There's nothing that she's offering here. Zero. She's making content out of she's making zero nothing content out of a story that and is not making any sense whatsoever. Is not giving you any advice. Is just being super bland, humble bragging, and talking about how amazing she is, but just saying don't celebrate me.
And just I want to share that most of us view our children as our own. It just, there isn't a distinction. And
I wish I took more psychology in university, but what I'm seeing here is a projection of what they actually, the opposite of what they're saying. When you have to project something the way that you're saying what she's saying there, it likely means that you feel guilty or are projecting the thing that you actually do feel. Again, look at the photo. I don't know why it has the kid on the outside, but look at this. I'm just saying, when you have to say the thing that shouldn't be said because you think that people think it, it likely means that you think the same thing.
Your biological child could also have special needs. Like, there's no guarantees on like.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Like, welcome to parenthood. There's no guarantee.
Birth, you don't know.
What are they saying here? Well, your adopted kid has special needs, and so could your biological kid. Thank you, scientist. Kendall, you should go get your medical degree. You definitely could just sign up and get it now.
Or it could happen later in life too, from an injury.
Absolutely. There's always unknowns.
Oh my God.
You don't know. But I know that when you give birth to a child, you say, I'm going to love this child no matter what. And
God. Can't believe this shit exists. I'm mind blown.
when you adopt a child, you say, I'm going to love this child no matter what. Whatever that means, however hard it's going to be, you push through and you fight. Like, I look at him and I'm like, you are worth fighting for. You are
Oh my God.
worth every hardship, every tear, all of it. And you still are. They're still like, we don't know. Will Hampton ever be independent? Maybe not. Like, he might be with.
Maybe if you took the kid off his iPad every once in a while and let him just, get him the therapy he needs, it could definitely be where you need to be. But every time I see these kids, they're always on their tablets or their phones in the cars. There's nobody not always on a tablet. Now, I don't know if he uses it to communicate or whatever the case may be. You're bad parents. This is the problem with bad parents, okay? Straight up bad parenting, because no good parent family vlogs. I'm sorry, they don't spend their time vlogging, making content. They can't, it's not, doing a family vlog and making daily content can never be conducive to good parenting. I'm sorry, it's almost impossible. Because it's about you and you're a narcissist. There's no such thing as a good narcissistic parent either. When you're self-absorbed and selfish, that means that you're likely not a very good parent. Okay? Just because you give your kids things doesn't mean that you're a good parent. Okay? That doesn't do anything. Just because you shopped at Starbucks and go to, buy your kids Gucci shit and all that stuff and make tons of money does not make you a good parent. Actually, probably makes you a worse parent. I mean, there's probably studies out there that wealthy parents who pour their money into their own lives and do everything for themselves likely are the worst parents. If you think about all the rich kids that I've ever known, very rarely have I ever seen a rich kid who loves their parents. Just saying those things. You're not a good parent, Kendall. And everybody sees right through your bullshit. And you're over halfway through a video, you still haven't said anything.
Forever.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, you've said something. When you adopt a kid, it's forever. Thanks, Tips.
I'm so okay with that. Like, I'm so okay with that.
You're okay with adopting forever? Awesome. You're not a hero, though.
I also wanted to bring up that I feel like potentially that any future families that share their adoptions with YouTube, or even ones that are currently sharing their journeys, that we can't all lump
Don't. How about just say don't? How about we stop adopting for YouTube clout? Let's just say, even if you do have good intentions and you are doing the thing, I think adoption agencies, maybe that's one of the fights we need to have, is when you adopt, you have to make parents sign a thing that says, nope, you're not allowed to put this kid's life out there. Nope. Shouldn't be able to adopt for that reason whatsoever. I mean, for vlogging purposes. You know what I'm saying? There's a distinction made between posting a picture of your kids on Facebook and Instagram, you know, as family, and a distinction between vlogging for money. Their adoption agencies, if anything Mike has taught them, I hope then maybe we should reach out to a few of them and say, what protections you're putting in place for adopted kids for situations like family vloggers on YouTube, which is becoming a pandemic as far as I'm concerned.
We can't assume anything. Like, it's hard to say because I just want to keep this also very clean and
What are you gonna say then that wasn't clean?
Done right. Bad motives, wrong.
She's like, interrupt me when you want, and then he interrupts her and she talks over him. Oh my God, these are good parents? No, he might be a good parent. You know, as much as I roast Daniel for the vanilla stuff, likely he's the one that's the responsible parent.
I know,
For filming it.
right, that I know families that have done it with the only intent to share the beauty of adoption because adoption is so beautiful.
You thought probably Myka was one of those people.
I know some of you may have heard of Angela from This Gathered Nest. She has a few adopted kids, and she shared her journey with such grace. And
Again, you're confused. Not her journey to share. Okay, maybe the process, sure. But the journey of the adoption is on the kid. The kid is the one. This is the projection of these parents, is that they put it on them to say, look what I did, look what I did, look what I did. When it's actually the kid that's going through the trauma, has all the issues, yeah, you might have saved them from a bad life for sure, of course. And I think that takes amazing people to do that. I was never going to adopt. Never was in my plan to adopt. We did it because that's what family does. They're my biological nephews. We did it because that's what family does. Never was going to adopt. And I'll say that. It might make me a bad person, but that was never in our plan. We did it because out of obligation to our family, and that's what family does. So definitely not heroes, but the projection of like, it's the journey, it's there. When these people adopt, it becomes about them. You know, a person is narcissistic and selfish and self-centered when the adoption journey becomes about them, like Myka and the puzzle pieces, and look what we did, and I can't wait to do me, I. If you go through their videos, watch how many times they say I. Maybe that's worth going through. All these gathered nests and all these people coming after you.
and beauty, and with no other intent but to just share with the world how wonderful, to encourage others to adopt and to encourage those that are walking through it.
I can't believe I'm about to agree with her, but she's right. Maybe one good silver lining from these adoption stories that's important is that it encourages others to adopt. But I want to say this, in the US and Canada, okay, the lineup to adopt is out the effing door. And most of those people go to church, to be honest with you. I don't know what that tells you about the world, but there's a lineup out the door. But a lot of people won't adopt children or older people, right? They want to adopt babies. That's what they're waiting for. Because again, if your heart is to adopt, then just adopt. Okay? But I will agree with her on that there is one silver lining to these stories, whether or not you're taking advantage of a kid or not. I just don't think it's worth it. But there's got to be other ways to bring awareness to adoption rather than exploit children. Can we agree on that?
So,
those videos have inspired people and caused people to want to adopt, and they've been great things.
Yeah, hopefully not for YouTube channels, but it sounds like that's what they did.
No wrong motives, but subscribers didn't feel that they were being taken advantage of or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just purely inspired.
Yeah, exactly. So I think
if you monetize adoption, you're wrong. I'm sorry. There's no good about it. If you monetize the adoption and then like donate the money to adoption agencies and like adoption funds and helping other people adopt kids, then I would watch the shit out of your videos. I'll prop them up I would even be like, okay, if you're going to exploit a kid, but you're bringing millions of dollars to adoption people who need adopted or like foster homes, okay. But you don't. A lot of these people take that money, put it right in their effing pocket, and then they go to Starbucks. And then they go to do Target hauls. That's what they do. So it's bullshit.
It's really fair to mention that too, that we want the adoptive community to share their stories. We want them to share, we want them to share that on YouTube.
Oh, thanks for your permission.
We know YouTube is a great platform.
But you have a bug on yours, so. Or whatever, a mark, scarlet letter.
And part of me wishes I could have shared that journey with you because it was an
Because we missed out on so much money.
amazing journey that we shared, you know, or that.
This guy,
Went through, and I wish we could have shared that with you.
man. It's like, oh, we missed an opportunity.
So I don't know. Have I? I know there was something else I wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, can you give me something that you were going to say in this whole 20-minute video where you said absolutely effing nothing?
Address. Oh, here's the other thing. If you are outraged or you are upset or you're, you know, whatever about what happened, I would encourage you to, you know, if you're thinking, what can I do? How can I make it better? I know for me, what I would have loved to have had is help. So if you know an adoptive family that has a special need child,
Help, right? Like there's not already things in place for adopted families. You got to be shitting me right now. They made, I want to say millions of dollars from the point that H came into life to the point that they rehomed him. Sorry. If you are wealthy, you can hire help. Just saying. And they did, and it still didn't work. So that's bullshit. Maybe don't burn the bridges with your family so you can have family to be a part of your family. How about that? How about like sucking up your pride as a Christian, building trust back with your family and having your family in your life instead of just burning the bridge because they don't want you on YouTube.
maybe somebody could have offered to go grocery shopping for me.
You've got to be shitting me right now.
No, but like I think there are real tangible ways that you can help adoptive families if you're upset. And I understand.
Wow. Unbelievable.
And I understand.
Is this almost over?
What does that sound? I'm okay. I'm validating your feelings of being upset. I think the adoption community is upset, and I understand. I think we don't realize that sometimes our actions can trickle down and affect other people's lives.
Is this a shade video to Myka? Is this like some low level, like they mentioned them, and then the low level saying your actions have, I don't know what they're trying to achieve here. What are they trying to achieve here?
And it has affected mine. And like I said, I didn't know whether or not to film this and talk to you guys, but.
And yet here you are filming a absolute empty video full of nothingness. Unbelievable that you can get 20 minutes of speaking and literally say nothing. That is an amazing talent. If they get off YouTube, she will have a very, very good career in politics.
I just felt obligated because I know I've had messages of you know, from you guys asking, and I don't blame you for asking. I'm an adoptive mom and have a special needs kid.
She has said this 14 times. We get it. You're a hero. You're amazing. And
I felt like I owed it to you guys to know where we stood and that
where you stood? What, were people asking if you're going to rehome your kid? Why do you even need to make this video? Silence probably would have been the answer here. You made it worse.
I believe adoption is forever. No child is disposable. And that's where we stand. We're firm on that.
Okay, so look, what Myka and James did, absolutely terrible. But let's agree also that failed adoptions are very, very, very normal. That happens all the time. My issue is that you don't monetize the kid for a few years first, then rehome them. The whole issue with Myka and James and the outrage is that they did that. They made money, they lived their dream and bought houses and cars and everything else, and then rehomed him. But don't shade other adoptive families for having failed adoptions. It happens on the regular. Quite a lot, actually. 1 in 3, I think, are failed adoptions. So what she's saying is it's forever. She's now shading other adopted parents for having failed adoptions, okay? So she's doing this wrong altogether, and she's speaking on behalf of all adoptive parents and kids right now. Look, failed adoptions happen, but as long as you don't monetize the shit out of them first for a few years and then rehome, kind of just has to go with the territory. So they're wrong on all levels, and she says she's educated in this, that she can speak on this behalf because she's in this world. What utter garbage that she's spouting right now.
I'm not here to judge anyone for making different choices.
Except you made an entire video because of the thing that she did.
That, you know, I'm just telling you for us and for how we view Hampton. And it's hard because I feel like it's okay to still even have an opinion. Somebody else doing something because there is a child involved. And
She doesn't make sense at all, right? I'm not missing something. Just keeps talking around in circles out her ass about nothing. I'm not going to say anything bad, but I do think it's okay to have an opinion. I'm not going to say this, and then I say, and then she says the thing, and then no.
You know, so I don't think it's wrong to, what's the word? I hate to say judge, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, like form an opinion.
No, you mean judging.
Form an opinion.
You can judge Mike and James here, everybody. What they did was absolutely wrong. The world has judged them. They have been tried and tested in the social media world, in the public, and have been found absolutely and utterly guilty failures.
It's fine for everybody out there outside of the space to as subscribers and followers to feel to share their opinion and their opinion strongly.
Oh, thank you for letting us share our opinion, for your permission. Thank you.
Yeah.
We just have to do it a little more cautiously.
We have to do it cautiously because I want to be.
You don't have to do it at all. Again, when people project the thing, we're like, we just have to. No, you don't have to do shit. You just need content, and that's what this whole video is. A 20-minute video about absolutely nothing.
I want to be careful. We're in a space, you know, and you don't ever want to come across as ever bashing other YouTube families, and that's not what we're doing. We're simply sharing our side and how adoption is beautiful and can be.
The projection here is amazing. Hey, Sam.
Done right, but also letting you know that we think adoption
is forever.
Should be forever.
Oh my God, called it. You said it 78 times in this video. I'm over you saying that. Stop saying it. I need to cleanse the palate with Mr. Macaroni. Hey, Roni, say hi. This is Roni. He doesn't like being held, and he never, ever blinks. Hey, Roni. Hey, Roni. You never blink.
And that it is a very selfless thing to do, and that.
But you're not a hero.
Parenting is a selfless thing. You literally have to.
You know what's not selfless? Not giving your kids privacy. Telling the world your adopted kids' problems. You know, vlogging about their everything all the time. That's, yeah.
Give up your wants and your dreams, potentially, temporarily, while you parent any child. And when you have a special needs child, it is harder, and you do have to just let go of the things that maybe you want. Maybe the job you wanted, maybe the life.
Ew, right? The irony. Maybe you don't get everything you want. These people literally take a video camera, film their life, invade their kids' privacy, and make hundreds of thousands of dollars doing so. Thanks for the advice, though. I hate when people at upper levels of the world give people down here, us peasants, advice on how to live. That is gross. Don't do that.
All that you wanted, because they are more important, and you have to see it from that perspective. Not that it is easy.
Kids are more important. Thank you.
It's hard, and I realized I cried over that. I cried over things that how I thought things were going to go, you know, and that's okay. It's coming to terms. It's realizing. But like, had you told me.
Oh, finally an edit. Oh my God, what did they cut out? Now I'm intrigued about what you actually probably did cut out there.
Sorry, the camera cut off, so I have to restart. But had you told me, we just feel blessed. So that's kind of where we are. You do with whatever information you handle, and that the way that you feel like you should. I hope this video is taken well. It came with really good intentions.
This video said nothing of value of substance whatsoever, except for adopted kids are forever. And that's not even true.
But I felt like on behalf of adoptive parents.
That's the 6th time she said this.
Needed to say something. We have the platform, and I was silent and wanted to stay that way, but.
Stop. Oh my God. You weren't silent. You didn't want to stay that way because you did the video. Stop saying the things that you did opposite of.
It got big.
That's what she said.
and everybody knows about it. Even my friend that came over last night was talking about it, and I was like,
You don't have a friend.
I get it, and I just wanted to.
How do you wipe your butt with nails like that? I know I keep saying that. Mind-blowing to me. I hope that you don't cook your kids' food with those nails with poop on them.
Speak on their behalf and speak on adopt or special needs kids that they are just worth it. They're just worth it. They're not
Oh my God.
not a inconvenience, you know.
Could you imagine if they had comments enabled on their videos? The ratio these people would get? Maybe the reason they don't understand is because they don't get comments. They don't actually see that people are like, you're terrible people. Could you imagine? Remember when Bits of Bish put her Hawaii video out? She got ratioed more than I've ever seen anybody get ratioed in a family vlog before, okay?
So I hope that you receive this well, and I hope you understand, and I hope, you know my heart, you know where we stand. I hope it's clear.
Nope. It actually now is way less clear. Your stance is that you adopted a kid, you're not heroes, but it takes a special person. Adopted kids forever, special needs kids need help, and all kids are kids. Amazing video. It's very well received.
Where we
Others
stand.
who have adopted.
Yeah.
Where you stand as a normal human. Thank you for telling everybody you're normal.
That are on the platform that are.
Yeah. I hope.
Daniel, thank you for your input, your wise and timely input for this video, where she's like, interrupt me, I'm so sorry, and then he interrupts you and then you talk over him. This guy one day is just gonna straight up leave for a pack of cigarettes and never come back.
So I think that's it. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here.
Oh, it's not it. Could have just added it.
Really quickly, that our comments often get taken away from YouTube, so I want you to know that we didn't turn comments off on this. We would love to have discussions in the comments.
Oh, I'm sure you. Oh my God.
Yeah.
They always get our comments off, but I do have Instagram. Feel free to DM me.
Yeah, go to their Instagram and tell them what you feel about this video. And watch how quickly you get blocked.
Comment.
I hate when people say this. We want to talk to people about this, but only if they agree with us. I get it, because I delete comments too, but don't say that, because you're just lying. You don't want to hear what people think about you.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
We appreciate all of you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.
Right.
Holy shit, that sucks. I love this scream pillow. It's my favorite. That exists on the internet, everybody. You know what else exists on the internet? Creepy makeup baby! Back for another one. That's a long video. I know I just went off. That I thought I was gonna scrub through that, but they just kept saying the dumbest shit ever, and I just can't believe it. They didn't throw Mike and James under the bus, but they definitely just said, look, we would never do what they did. They just low level said, and that's fine. And hopefully no one ever does what Mike and James ever did. But again, they didn't monetize their adoption from day one. Mike and James did the adoption for clout and money. They did it as part of their channel. They did it to make a ton of money. And everybody sees them. That's why they're the most hated YouTube people on earth. And the fact that James still has a channel is mind-blowing to me. The Our Life, It's Our Life, is just virtue signaling nothingness in this video. It's just nothing. Absolutely trash. The amount of family vloggers that I hear say, I'm just doing this video to say this one tidbit of information. And then they'd give you this shitty tidbit of information that literally means nothing to anybody. Like, it's just the most normal thing to say, the most common sense thing to say. Stop it. You're not a family vlog to give people advice when you give common sense things like watch your kids so they don't get kidnapped, and adopted kids should be forever, and special needs kids need more help. Keep trying to strike me, Rich Life. You guys are one of the worst in the world. I've never seen anything like it in my life. And what makes you worse is that you literally claim to be Christians. That's the problem here. The problem with Christians in the church, in the world of like country club Christians, which is what I came from, is that these are the type of people that go there. Disingenuous, liars, and just like people who are just about themselves, serving themselves, how they get ahead, how they do everything for themselves. Follow me on Instagram, helps my voice to get louder, helps us to expose these fakery, dumb people that I don't like. Oh, hey, Roni. I hope that everything goes your way today, that you're in an incredible mood, that anything that's kind of bad that's happening in your world, that you can kind of maybe forget a little bit about it and come here and laugh a little bit and understand your worth, your value, and everything that you bring to this world is super important, even during lockdowns and everything else. Stay safe out there, love those around you, and protect kids, and know your worth. I love you. You might like me. Smash the like. Hit subscribe to the bell or don't. I don't really care. Tomorrow, that Priscilla Moss video is coming out really soon. I'm just gathering all the last bits of data, and it is going to be crazy. Okay? The more I dig into the Moss family, the more I get pissed. The more disgusting is, the more things that get revealed, the more disgusting it is. Uneffing believable, this family. Aaron Williams coming down the pipe. I got lots of people. It's all going to be good. So I will see you tomorrow.